Welcome aboard, everyone, to another exciting episode here on Sir Boat's Yacht. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of military maritime engineering with a true giant of the seas, or rather, the shores, the Zubr-class LCAC, or landing craft air cushion. This Soviet-designed marvel isn't your typical yacht or pleasure cruiser, but it's a beast worth exploring for anyone who loves innovative watercraft. Known as the world's largest hovercraft, the Zubr-class is a powerhouse used by navies around the globe, including Russia, China, and Greece. So, grab your life jackets, and let's set sail into the details of this incredible machine. Let's start with the key features that make the Zubr-class LCAC stand out. This hovercraft is built to handle some serious heavy lifting, designed primarily to transport troops, vehicles, and equipment from ship to shore in amphibious assaults. At its core, it can carry up to 3 main battle tanks, like the T-80B, or swap those out for 10 armored personnel carriers along with 140 troops. If you're thinking lighter loads, it can handle 8 infantry fighting vehicles or even up to 500 soldiers when unburdened by heavy gear. The craft's cargo area spans a whopping 400 square meters, giving it plenty of space to move things around. It also comes equipped with defensive weaponry, including 2 30mm AX-630 cannons, surface-to-air missile launchers, and rocket systems, making it more than just a transport. It's a floating fortress. Add in its ability to lay naval mines, and you've got a versatile war machine that can adapt to various mission needs. Moving on to the design, the Zubr-class is a sight to behold and a testament to Soviet engineering ingenuity. Stretching 57 meters long and boasting a beam of 25.6 meters, this hovercraft dwarfs most other landing craft with a full load displacement of 555 tons. Its distinctive look comes from the 3 large, shrouded propulsion fans at the rear, which are powered by high-temperature gas turbine engines. The hull itself is a rectangular pontoon, specially crafted to resist magnetic naval mines, sitting atop an inflatable cushion that lifts the craft above the water or land. This air cushion technology allows it to glide over surfaces like sand, mud, or shallow water, accessing over 70% of the world's coastline, places traditional boats can't reach. The forward section features a raised bow with a lowering ramp, perfect for quickly unloading tanks or troops, while the midsection houses the combat material compartment with tank ramps. The hull structure is built with durability in mind, using light armor plating to protect against ammunition and blast fragments, ensuring the crew and cargo stay safe. Now, let's peek inside and talk about the interior features, which might surprise you given this is a military vessel. The Zubr-class isn't just about raw power, it's designed with the crew's comfort in mind, a nod to the living conditions on earlier hovercraft that were pretty rough. The superstructure is divided into 3 compartments. The central one holds the combat gear, while the outboard sections contain the propulsion units, troop compartments, and living quarters. These areas are fitted with air conditioning and heating systems to keep everyone comfortable, no matter the weather, and they're lined with sound and heat insulating materials to cut down on noise and vibration. Imagine trying to sleep with those massive fans roaring. There's also an NBC, nuclear, biological, chemical, protection system, allowing the craft to seal up with filtered air if the situation gets dicey. The crew, typically numbering around 31 including 4 officers, gets a relatively spacious setup compared to other military craft, with a central command post reinforced with alloy armor for added security. It's not a luxury yacht, but for a war machine, it's pretty thoughtful. When it comes to performance aspects, the Zubr-class LCAC really shines, blending speed with rugged capability. Powered by 5 Kuznetsov NK-12MV gas turbines, 2 for lift and 3 for propulsion, this beast can hit a top speed of around 60 knots, or about 111 km per hour, under ideal conditions. That's fast for something carrying hundreds of tons of gear. Its cruising speed sits between 30 and 40 knots, and it can maintain a range of 300 nautical miles at 55 knots, giving it decent endurance for its missions. The craft is built to handle tough environments, operating effectively in sea state 4 conditions, think waves up to 8 feet high, and it can negotiate 5-degree gradients on uneven shores or clear vertical obstacles up to 1.6 meters high. Even with 2 engines down, it can keep going at reduced capacity, showcasing its redundancy and reliability. This performance makes it a game changer for rapid deployments, letting troops and tanks hit the beach before the enemy can blink. What really sets the Zubr-class apart are its unique selling points, which make it a standout in the world of amphibious warfare. First off, its sheer size and capacity give it an edge no other hovercraft can match. It's the largest of its kind, a title it's held since the 1980s. This allows it to deliver a full-scale assault force in one go, from tanks to troops, without needing multiple trips. The air cushion technology is another big win, letting it glide over soft terrains like marshes or beaches that would ground traditional landing craft, opening up new strategic possibilities. Its mine-laying capability adds a tactical layer, turning it into a multi-role asset. Plus, the design includes advanced features like surface search radar, chaff launches, and decoys, enhancing its survivability in combat. For navies like Russia's or China's, which face diverse coastal challenges, the Zubr-class offers unmatched flexibility and firepower, making it a prized possession in their fleets. To put this all in perspective, imagine you're watching this giant hovercraft roar toward a shoreline, its fans kicking up a storm as it carries a load of tanks ready for action. It's not just about the specs. It's about the story of how this craft has evolved since its first commissioning in 1986, built by the Almaz shipbuilding company in St. Petersburg. Over the years, 15 units were constructed, with some now serving in the Russian Navy, others in the Hellenic Navy, and 4 delivered to China after a 2009 deal with Ukraine. The craft's ability to adapt to different operators and missions shows its enduring relevance. Even with production hiccups, like Russia's recent struggles to restart manufacturing due to component shortages, the Zubr-class remains a symbol of Cold War engineering prowess. For those of you who love the technical side, let's break down some of the nitty-gritty. The propulsion system relies on 3 4-bladed, variable pitch air propellers, each 5.5 meters in diameter, driven by those powerful gas turbines. The lift comes from 4 No-10 blowers with 2.5-meter axial wheels, creating the air cushion that lifts the 555-ton craft off the ground. The fuel capacity of 56 tons supports its operational range, while the electrical power comes from 2 plants, each with 100 kilowatts gas turbine generators. The armament setup includes options like the Strela anti-aircraft missiles or Ogon rocket launchers, giving it a robust defense package. These details highlight the craft's complexity, blending Soviet innovation with practical battlefield needs. But let's not get lost in the gears and engines. Let's talk about what this means for the average viewer. If you're into military history or just love a good engineering story, the Zubr-class is like a superhero of the seas. Picture it swooping in during an amphibious assault, unloading a platoon of soldiers or a tank battalion in minutes, all while dodging enemy fire with its speed and armor. It's the kind of vessel that could inspire a blockbuster movie scene, and its real-world use in exercises and conflicts adds to its legend. For boat enthusiasts on Zubr-boats yacht, it's a reminder that watercraft aren't just for leisure, they can be tools of strategy and survival too. One interesting aspect is how the Zubr-class has spread beyond Russia. The Hellenic Navy, part of NATO, operates 4 of these craft, a rare case of a Russian-built ship serving a Western Alliance member. This came from a deal in the late 1990s, with the first delivered in 2001. China's acquisition, meanwhile, involved a mix of Ukrainian-built and locally assembled units, showcasing the craft's global appeal. Each operator has tweaked it to fit their needs, from Greece's island-hopping tactics to China's South China Sea ambitions. This adaptability is a big part of its charm, proving it's not just a one-trick pony. Performance-wise, the Zubr-class's ability to operate in challenging conditions is a big draw. Sea State 4 might sound technical, but it means it can handle rough waters that would toss a smaller boat around. The craft's draft of just 1.6 meters when loaded keeps it agile, and its ability to clear obstacles adds to its all-terrain appeal. Speed is a thrill factor. 60 knots is like watching a speedboat race, but with a load that could outfit a small army. This makes it ideal for surprise attacks or rapid reinforcements, a key asset in modern warfare. The interior's livability is another selling point that might catch you off guard. While it's not a cruise ship with plush cabins, the effort to reduce noise and vibration shows a human-centered design approach. The troop compartments can house 360 soldiers, and the command post's armor ensures the crew can focus on the mission. It's a balance of functionality and crew welfare, which isn't always the priority in military hardware. For a vessel built for war, that's a thoughtful touch. Let's circle back to those unique selling points. The Zubr-class's size alone is a statement, 187 feet long and 84 feet wide. It's a floating platform that commands attention. The air cushion gives it an edge over traditional landing craft, letting it bypass natural barriers like reefs or mudflats. Its armament package turns it into a mini warship, capable of defending itself and supporting ground forces. And its mine-laying role adds a strategic depth that few other craft can match. For navies looking to project power, it's a one-stop shop for amphibious dominance. If you're wondering about its history, the Zubr-class emerged in the 1980s as a response to the need for faster, more capable landing craft. The first unit hit the water in 1986, and production continued into the 1990s and early 2000s, with a total of 15 built. After the Soviet Union's collapse, Russia kept 2, while others were sold or built for export. The 2009 China deal, worth $315 million, saw Ukraine's Feodosia shipbuilding company deliver the first 2, with the rest assembled in China. This global journey reflects its enduring value. For the tech enthusiasts, the Zub's powertrain is a marvel. Those 5 gas turbines churn out nearly 12,000 horsepower each, driving the propellers and blowers with precision. The variable pitch propellers allow for fine-tuned control, while the redundant engine setup ensures it can limp home if damaged. The electrical systems, with their 100 kilowatts generators, keep everything running smoothly, from radar to weapons. It's a symphony of engineering that keeps this giant afloat and fighting. On the practical side, imagine the logistics of operating such a craft. Loading 3 tanks or 500 troops requires coordination, and the bow and stern ramps make it efficient. The craft's ability to handle 5-degree slopes means it can beach itself on rugged shores, a feature that saved many a mission. Its 300 nautical mile range limits its reach, but with support ships, it's a force multiplier. For Sir Boats Yacht viewers, it's a lesson in how design meets real-world demands. The Zubr-class's combat role is where it shines brightest. Its speed lets it outrun threats, while its armor and weapons let it fight back. The radar and decoys add a layer of stealth, confusing enemy targeting systems. In exercises, it's been a star, delivering forces with precision. For China, it's a tool for island disputes. For Greece, it's island defense. Each use case highlights its versatility. Wrapping up, the Zubr-class LCAC is more than just a hovercraft, it's a floating legend. From its massive size to its nimble performance, it's a blend of power and practicality that's captivated navies worldwide. Whether you're a military buff or just love a good boat story, this craft has it all. So, what do you think? Would you want to see one in action? Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to Sir Boats Yacht for more maritime adventures, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring the high seas with us. Fair winds, everyone.